stay the course. It's going to be a lot of adversity. It's going to be a lot of naysayers. It's going to be a lot of negativity. But if you find it within yourself to speak affirmations to yourself on a daily basis, you can do anything you want to do.
Hello, it's Charli, your go-to for mastering the art of public speaking and career advancement. Welcome to Chat with Charli, where industry professionals share their invaluable insights and advice to help you excel within your desired industry. Get ready to dive deep into the minds of accomplished individuals as they unravel strategies, share personal experiences, and provide actionable tips that you won't get anywhere else. Whether you're looking to advance your career, start a new venture, or simply stay ahead in your industry, this is the place to be. Tune in and level up your expertise with Chat with Charli.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Chat with Charli. We are doing something different this time because it is the Christmas season, and I hope that each and every one of you all had a very, very Merry Christmas. We have a special guest here with us today, Montreal. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so we actually had the opportunity to come on site to see all of the wonderful things that she is doing with her nonprofit organization. So Montreal, if you could please tell us a little bit about your nonprofit and then give us a little show around.
Okay. My nonprofit is called Peterson's Place 1923 Incorporated. Peterson's Place, my last name is Peterson, so we named it Peterson. Sin at the end of Peterson, it also means son because I had a son when I was 16. And we also, the 1923, 19 is the number of Psalms, the book of Psalms, and 23 is the verse. That's the one where my favorite verse, so Psalms 23. So that's where the name comes from. But our organization is all about we're an advocate for teen parents. We support teen parents. As you heard, I was 15. I was 15 when I had my son, and I was in high school, and I just didn't have that support. I went to my high school counselor, and she basically told me I was going to be a statistic.
No, ma'am.
So I had to turn everything around as a negative and turn into a positive for myself. And what I did, now I'm 51, I turned it into my own organization, nonprofit organization, Peterson's Place 1923 Incorporated. And what we do, we raise diapers and wipes and all different types of items for babies and the parents when they need that support. And also we provide resources so they can continue their education. That's the main part, is so they can continue their education. So I wanted to show you guys here.
Yes,
this is our storage shed that we have. We have a lot of donations here. A lot of wipes, a lot of diapers, and we partner with Lamar Consolidated and also Klein and also Sci-Fair, the school systems, and to where we're going to give these items to students who needs it, who finds it necessary.
I'm seeing all kind of goodies. So what do we have?
We have little boys, little girls, all types of items being donated. They're donating brand new clothes. Some are gently used. We have boxes of wipes, boxes of Pampers, diapers, diaper genies. We have pull-ups. We have breast pumps. We have bassinet strollers, car seats, swings. We just have all types of stuff that people donated, and we're still asking for donations because we know that they can use these items on a regular basis. Wonderful. So we just want to show those parents that support that we didn't get back then at my young age.
Well, that is really, really a kind thing. That's a very kind gesture, and that's why I'm excited that we were able to come out here and showcase all of these wonderful items, because if there's someone out there that you know could really benefit from her nonprofit organization, definitely feel free to contact her and make sure that we're getting this in the right hands. So for those of you all that may want to donate to this wonderful organization, if you could please share the contact information one more time for everyone.
Yes, our website is petersonsplace.com, and our email address is petersonsplace1923@gmail.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Chat with Charli. Today we are doing something different and special where we have the opportunity to go on site to see a wonderful nonprofit that is benefiting our local community. So I would like to introduce you all to Montreal. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. My name is Montreal Peterson, and I'm the CEO of Peterson's Place 1923 Incorporated, which is a nonprofit organization. And what we do, we are advocates for teen parents.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So, my business is a public speaking coaching business. And so I would like to start us off today with a public speaking game.
Okay.
Are you willing to play?
All right. Let's go.
Okay. So it's called This or That.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you topics and you're going to tell me which topic you prefer. And then in one sentence or less, you'll tell me why.
Okay.
So it's this or that and why.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Cruise or resort?
Cruise.
Why?
No cooking.
That's fair. It's all you can eat. Okay. I like that. Night or morning?
Morning.
Really?
God gave me the breath to wake up in the morning.
Man, God needs to put some more breath in my lungs because the morning is not for me, but I like it. Okay, spades or dominoes?
Spades.
Oh, I should have guessed it. I just said no.
Spades.
Yeah,
Throwing them down.
not dominoes?
Not dominoes.
Okay, coffee or tea?
Tea.
Oh, one tea.
Tea. Coffee. I love the smell of coffee, but I don't like the taste.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you love tea.
I love
Okay, we found one that we have in common. The other ones, I was like, I'm out. Okay. City or countryside?
City. I have to keep busy.
Yeah.
I have to keep busy.
You
I
don't
have to
want
have
to
a
just
scenery.
relax in the countryside?
No, I think I'll get too bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prince or Michael Jackson? Don't get in trouble, but you got to answer it publicly.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, you're confident in this.
I'm
All the
confident.
Prince Purple Rain right now, they're a little disappointed.
Prince is right behind him. But
Okay.
it's Michael Jackson, number one, all the way.
Okay. Concerts or sports game?
Concert.
Erica Badu was just here.
That would have been a good one.
It was a
That
good
would have been a good
She
one.
did a great job. Okay, two more.
Okay.
Predictability or excitement?
Predictability. Yes.
Why?
I have to have everything planned.
Oh, you're a planner.
Yes, I'm a planner. Do not surprise me with anything. Yes, I'm a planner.
Then you liked my email where I let you know everything
loved
every
it.
day.
I love
I'm
it.
a planner too. Okay. And then last but not least, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Martin?
Martin.
What?
Martin. I have to go with Martin with all the different characters.
Yeah.
Shanae and Jerome. And I love Martin. I still watch it today.
Okay. But there's a new Bel-Air.
Yes.
You can't get into it. It's over.
It's over.
Okay. Good job. Excellent. That wasn't too bad, was it?
No, it
You think fast. You're good. You're a natural. Okay. So we'll get started. And I want to go back to talk about your nonprofit.
Okay.
I know you mentioned a little bit about it earlier, but I want to just go into a little bit more detail. So can you tell me a little bit about your background and what led you to opening this nonprofit and what the nonprofit is?
Okay. My background is I'm the middle child from a single parent, a single mom, and 3 sisters. And I found myself dating a guy in high school, and I ended up being pregnant at the age of 15. And he was 16, and went to my guidance counselor at my high school, and she told me I would be a statistic. And that just gave me the motivation to do something with myself. I went home and told my mom, and she was not happy with the situation because she was a teen parent as well. And I just didn't have that support at home either. My oldest sister stepped into the picture, and she actually stepped up. And she dropped out of school so I can continue school. So she actually was the babysitter while I was at school to continue my education because she saw my grades and the motivation that I had behind me. So she was like, okay, I'm not that interested in school, and I see that you are, and I'm not gonna let you waste your life. So I'll do this for you while you continue your education. And I graduated. I graduated with honors.
Okay.
And but both of our parents, his parents and my parents, both said that they were not raising another child. He had a football scholarship, and I had an academic scholarship that we had to turn down. And that's when he joined the military. And that's how we became a military family. He retired after 30 years as a lieutenant commander. And I was with him the whole ride. So we want to just give back because we know the struggle that it was that we had to go through. Couldn't go out, couldn't do a lot of things that teenagers did because we both had to work after we got out of school. But I did have the support of my teachers behind me. I did have that. And I did have people who rooted for me who normally you wouldn't think they would. They saw something in me that they just said, hey, keep going, keep going, keep going. And that's what I want to be. That's what I want to be. I want to support those teens and say, hey, you can keep going no matter what stands in front of you. And that's where Peterson's Place came into play because I just want to be that support. And I looked into the school system. I looked into the school systems for these young students, and I found that they're as young as 13, And we just want to make sure that we support them while they're in school.
Right.
And this is the mom and the dad. And support them any way we can, just to take the ease off of some of the burdens that they're facing. And hopefully we can do that with the community support.
Wow. What a powerful story. There's just so many pieces within that story that I know we don't have the time to dig deep in it, but I do want to make sure that you recognize that what you're doing for the community and what you represent is making a difference for so many. We hear that all too often, that when somebody potentially changes their path, that we don't always get the support that we know that we deserve. And so the representation that you're having today is just powerful, and I appreciate you being here and sharing your story. And kudos, to the success that you've made. And shout out to the sisters. I have 4 sisters whom I'm very close to as well. I love them very much. And so how special that your sister was willing to make that sacrifice for you.
Yes.
And so going back to your nonprofit, so your nonprofit basically supports teenage parents.
Yes, we do.
Okay. And so as long as they stay in school, what are some of the resources and the supports that they can get from?
We provide diapers, we provide wipes, we provide clothes, we provide any type of toys or car seats, different items that babies need.
Right.
As far as the mothers, we have breast pumps, we have clothes as well for the mothers. For the fathers, it's not much what I can do as far as the fathers, but what we did offer to help them look for jobs. We have something to help them look for jobs. But we also, in the future, want to start doing grants and scholarships so they can go to college, to let them know, hey, you don't have to just complete high school. We want you to go further. So when we get a little bit bigger, because we just started in August, so we want to be able to help them advance in their careers.
Absolutely. So I feel like I might know this answer, but what made you want to pursue opening this nonprofit?
To tell my story.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell my story, and I also wanted to talk about my sister. Because Peterson's Place, even though it's my last name, it's all about my sister. It's what she did for me. And how many people have that support behind you. Sometimes the support that you think is behind you is not there, and it just comes in all different forms from different ways. And it came from my sister. She stepped up and she stepped in. And after I graduated, I have to say, she went back to school.
Wonderful.
And she graduated. So, but she wanted to make sure I was okay, first, me and my son. So I just want to tell the story that you don't have to look for support if it's not there in the school system, or if it's not there amongst your peers, because a lot of my peers and friends walked away. They walked away, and because they didn't know how to handle the situation. So here it is. It's a lot of other people who I'm finding along my way who are teen parents, and I'm sitting back like, you're a teen parent too? Really? And it's something that wasn't talked about at all in our community. And I think it needs to be out there, because as teens, we know we made a mistake. As teen parents, we know we did something wrong. We don't need someone else to come back and badger us to let us know, you're still going to be nothing. You're going to be on welfare. You're going to be living off of assistance all of your life. No, I can do this. I can do this myself. And I've never been on assistance. I've never been on welfare.
Okay.
And I did what I had to do just because they told me that's what I was going to be, and I was not going to be a statistic. So it's just about telling my story. That's all.
Every day, take time to have a mental health check-in. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or your anxiety levels are high, then take 3 deep breaths in to the count of 4 and out to the count of 4. And don't forget the power of smiling. Smile through it all, because those serotonin levels will increase and improve your overall mood.
It's almost the naysayers pushed you even more to prove them wrong.
Yes.
Because you knew who you were, and that's powerful. You know, a lot of people, they'll say if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, but you knew what you stood for.
Yes.
And so that was a part of what I can interpret was your motivation.
Yes.
To say, no, I care about myself, I care about my child, and I want to make sure that I do the best I can with what I have.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So as we're kind of switching gears to think about other people who may want to open a nonprofit as well, or have some type of passion to want to do something similar, how do you stay up to date within this field? So how do you know how to navigate running a nonprofit? Where are you getting your learning from to know how to do this?
That's a good question. I'm an operations manager.
Okay.
I've been an operations manager for over 20 years. So I know how to dig deep. And I stay on the internet. I stay on YouTube. I look up statistics. It's because I want to help. And even without the nonprofit, I still went and spoke to schools, to young teenagers, and told them my story. And it doesn't necessarily have to be teen pregnancy. It could be anything, to show them, hey, this is me. This is what I stand for. And you can be more than what people are telling you can be if you believe in yourself. So it was more about.
So I was asking, how do you stay current within like, how do you know how to run this nonprofit business? So there could be other people out there that are thinking, man, I want to open something too. So how do you know how to do that?
I went on the Google.
Mm-hmm.
I went on Google.
You can find anything on Google now. I'm selling it.
I Googled and I found a way to open up a nonprofit in the state of Texas. And I just followed the instructions down. And I also bought a book called Nonprofits for Dummies in the bookstore. And that's how I went through, and everything was A-okay at the first round.
Yeah.
Everything was approved the first round.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Because sometimes you get caught and bogged down in all that paperwork.
Yes, it's a lot of paperwork.
So have there been any challenges with you managing this nonprofit? Are there any organizational challenges, or has there been any hiccups with leading your nonprofit?
Yes, it has. It has. The problem that I found is a lot of the teenagers don't want to come forth. They don't want to come forward to say, hey, maybe because of the embarrassment, just like I was. But what I found is a lot of the parents are embarrassed. It's not the students themselves, it's the parents. They find themselves being embarrassed because of their child being pregnant, thinking, I thought I taught them better, and so on and so forth. So I think it's more of the teen parent not wanting to come forward to save that embarrassment. So what I've done, I've reached out to the schools itself and to the school programs itself. Not necessarily that I have to meet the student, but if the student goes to their counselor and say, hey, this is what I need, can you get this for me? I'm more than willing to give it to the school counselor or to the school and let them take care of it.
That's good. That's a different strategy that, honestly, when I was listening to you, I was like, that would be something I would recommend, because oftentimes if you already have that relationship with the student or with the parent,
right,
then you know what they need. And so you're giving them that information before they even have to ask for it.
Correct.
So I recommend, I highly excited to hear that you are going that angle.
Yes.
Us contacting the principals, the school districts, and saying, hey, I know there's a need for this, whether they're asking for it or not.
Right.
Sometimes people who need help don't even know where to start and don't even know what they don't know. So that's definitely a great strategy. So when we're kind of thinking about nonprofit management, has there been any adversity that you've encountered as you've been able to advance this nonprofit and get that information out there? Has there been anything that you've encountered that you kind of want to highlight to help somebody else before they engage with it?
Not with my organization. I cannot say that. I was sort of taking my time on trying to build my organization and trying to find the right people to fit into my board of directors. And every person that I called in the same order was way more than willing. Okay, what do you need me to do? Okay, I didn't have anyone to turn me down. And actually, they're doing way more than I could have imagined that they're doing for me. So I can't say that I've had any challenges. Everything has been, I'm not going to say perfect, smooth sailing for me. Smooth sailing. I haven't had any challenges at all so far.
That speaks volumes to who you are as a person. Honestly, when people are willing to step up and go over and beyond for a cause, it's beyond the cause. It's also the person that's leading the cause. And I could tell you, I could feel what your energy and your passion and what you're doing. I would want to stand behind you too, and I'm just meeting you. But, you don't get that all the time. And sometimes it's because we need to reflect and think about what are we putting off that's getting us this negative energy.
Correct.
And you've been getting all this positive energy because that's what you're putting out there. And people believe in what you believe in. So your vision is clear.
Thank you.
So as we kind of come to a close, I know you were able to talk a little bit about your sister and how she perhaps was really a huge piece in your story. Would you say you had any role models? Perhaps she might have been the one. Were there any role models that were your source of motivation in creating this nonprofit?
Yes. I have a school teacher, Miss Valerie. I won't say her last name. But Miss Valerie, she was my school teacher in high school. And I was the high school editor of the newspaper and the yearbook. And she allowed me to come to school on Saturdays with my son so I can still publish the yearbook. I didn't want to not do it, because of my me having a son at the time. And she kept in contact with me throughout all these years. And over 30 years, she is actually on my board of directors today. Wow. And even though we moved away from Houston 30 years ago, in 1990, we moved away. We kept in contact with her. And Valerie today, I absolutely love her. And she stood behind me back then, and she stands behind me now. She's like, Montreal, what is it that you need? I'm here for you, whatever it is that you need. She said, I'm there, hands down. And if you go on my website, you will be able to see her.
Oh, yay, Valerie. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, school teacher. It's pretty often that people will give credit to a school teacher that they once had.
Yes.
And so that dynamic, to see the impact that educators are still having on people to this day, even after they're not even your students anymore, that's really, I appreciate that you got to share that. So thank you, Val. So as we come to a close, your story is just so dynamic and it's been a joy to listen to. But as we come to a close, is there any advice that you would provide anyone who also wants to open a nonprofit? And then would you offer any advice to people who share in the same background as you that was or is a teen parent? Is there any advice that you could provide them in being successful?
Okay, the first question about the nonprofit. What advice can I give? Do your research first. Do a lot of research. It took me about 2 or 3 months to do the research that I needed to do. Finding a name. Find a name that has meaning behind it. Know what you're doing as far as your nonprofit, and finding people that you trust to help you run your organization. That's another major issue that people do run into. I didn't have that problem because I knew who I wanted. Picking the people on my board of directors wasn't family at all. It was people who I know were subject matter experts in that particular area of my board of directors. And that's how I found the people that I needed to help me stay organized. The advice that I have for teams is to stay the course. Stay the course. It's going to be a lot of adversity. It's going to be a lot of naysayers. It's going to be a lot of negativity. But if you find it within yourself to speak affirmations to yourself on a daily basis, you can do anything you want to do. You can be anyone you want to be. People, like I said, told me that I wouldn't be anything. I've owned my own business.
Okay.
My son is now 35. I have grandchildren. I'm still married to the same dude, that baby dad. And after 35 years, and we're still kicking it. And I'm a firm believer in motivating myself and looking to God for everything that I do, for that guidance. So that's basically it.
We're going to have you come back and tell us the secret to 35 years of marriage. Because I was listening and I said 35 years and you still look so happy and youthful. And so anyway, that'll be another episode.
Okay.
We'll have you come back and tell us the secret to a happy marriage. But that is all we have today. I will just want to say thank you so much for coming on today's show and sharing your story and being vulnerable enough to really inspire those that get to hear your story, because I know I wasn't a teen parent, but I'm still very inspired by your story, because we all go through different challenges.
Yes.
Right. And what you shared with us is the same strategies and tips that we can all use no matter what challenge we're going through. Right. It could be we're having trouble in our marriage, we're having trouble in school, we're looking for a change of career. Right. That advice of really being able to dig deep and know who you are and motivate yourself, and know that ignore the naysayers,
right,
and focus on your vision and do everything in your power to be able to go after what you're wanting.
Correct.
And then it was special for me to hear, not everybody's going to have your back,
right,
but there's somebody out there that will have your back.
Yes.
Right.
It could be a total stranger as well.
It was your sister. And so we don't want to always be closed off to welcoming the support. Right.
Right.
Everybody's not a naysayer. Some people are willing to say, "Oh no, a yes sayer," right?
Yes.
I'll come in and I'll help you, but you have to be open.
Yes, you do.
To receive that, right? And you were open and you were honest and you received it. So your success just exudes the room, and your positivity has been a blessing. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And that wraps up another episode of Chat with Charli. Thank you all so much for joining me today as we explore various topics aimed to help you take your career to new heights. I hope you found today's discussion valuable and insightful. Remember, growth comes from continuous learning and taking actionable steps towards your goals. I'd love to hear from you all about today's content, so connect with me on social media at Lennon Prep and leave a comment or question to keep this chat going. Be sure to tune in to next week's episode, where we'll dive deep into the minds of another industry professional. It's going to be another informative and engaging conversation that you won't want to miss. And if you like Chat with Charli, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your support means the world to me and helps us reach more people ready to level up their expertise. Thank you again for being a part of our career advancement journey. And remember, strive for excellence, not perfection. Keep pushing forward and never stop investing in yourself. Until next time, bye.